Oh, yeah. I just woke up. I got a total of an hour and a half of sleep today.
An hour and a half? Congratulations. That's more than you usually get.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, all this news about the world's coming to an end.
It goes beyond that. This is a crazy day.
I'm telling you, people are saying that the world's ending, fucking celebrating Super Bowl victories with fucking violence. What more can you ask for?
Well, now, okay, so typically when a team wins the Super Bowl, they run out and they flip cars and they loot, buildings and stores and things, but not in Kansas City. Hey, Miss Dixie, welcome to the show. We're just getting it all set up here, so bear with us.
Yeah.
But not in Kansas City. Man, Jackson County.
They light shit up in Kansas City, I'm telling you.
That's the way they do it. Podfather. Holy shit.
I still think that the people at the parade were thinking Taylor was there. That's why they were.
I think you're right. I think they got upset because Taylor wasn't there, and that's why they started capping people.
I think so. I don't know. They got a lot of issues over in Kansas City, that's for sure.
You have no idea. I spent about 5 years there.
I'm sorry to hear that.
You know what? And sad thing is, I was born eons ago. That's where I was hatched up there. So that's why I'm such.
I had no idea.
Yeah, I have an affinity to the Kansas City area. But on that stone tablet I have for a birth certificate, it doesn't have Kansas City. It doesn't have Jackson County because I was actually born in Clay County, where the James brothers came from.
I did not know that.
Jesse and Frank. What are you putting me on mute for? What are you doing over there? Are you watching porn again?
You ought to hear not the vibrations, but you ought to hear the echo.
You got to learn how to turn your phone volume down.
It is.
Okay. All right. If you say so. I'm just waiting for Shells to show up. If she does, we'll figure out how to pop her in here. Oh, wow. I worked on a lot of things today, but I didn't work on that lower third banner again. I can't believe it.
I'm almost disappointed in you.
You know what? There's a lot of people. That's a long list of people I have disappointed up until now, so don't worry about it. It's great. It's awesome.
All right. I think I finally resolved the echo. Oh.
Good. Doomy is in here. Doomy.
Doomy good?
Yeah, Doomy good. Doomsday, the Doomer. The Doommeister.
I mean, after today, you'd have to believe the Doomsday is coming.
Pretty much. It is. It is on the way, ladies and gentlemen.
So does my microphone sound up to par with Scooter, for those of you over in Podbean? Because I'm getting self-conscious right now.
You should. It's a little smaller than mine, though, just to let people know.
That's not what he said.
See, Miss Dixie says you sound fantastic.
Oh, good.
BP says you sound a little, and then Doom,
a little gay.
Doom says you sound gay, but BP says you suck, and I don't know how to take that.
Well, I don't either. You can take that one of many ways.
You could. We're going to get Doom up here, and he's going to expound on his opinions. He took the Beans and Weenie show on Saturday into the world of realistic opinions. It came out of nowhere because the world's crashing, and he has thoughts about it.
Really?
Yes.
Okay. I didn't know the world was crashing. I thought each and every day as we live to see another one, we're on our way to, I don't know, something that more than crashing, I hope.
All right, I guess we got no Shells, so we'll just we'll deal with it if she comes around later.
She abandoned us.
She's in Podbean, but she didn't hit that link that I gave to her. I don't know what Shells.
Oh.
Shells.
Come on, Shells.
Don't worry about it. Oh, she had opinions on things too. I was excited to.
Well, it should be an exciting show for you out there. It's an unscripted show. That's slightly just going with the flow tonight.
It is completely unscripted. Only I'm going to try to surprise slightly with some different aspects of current events, just to see where we end up. Should be exciting.
I can't wait.
Hell, I'd say.
My God. I hope there's one topic that we get to cover this tonight that happened over the past week, and we'll see. I'm thinking we will, but I'll see if you steer us in that direction.
We'll just have to wait and see. I mean, there's a lot of exchange that we've had in the past, week.
Yeah,
about things. So we'll have to see if it works out.
I see a jester.
We got, the jester's here. Oh, and jester's here, and then we've got Podfather here. Podfather. So good to see you.
I think me and James got to work on getting Pertwee in here if he's available to join us.
Works for me. Get Pertwee on the hook. And, of course, the lovely and vivacious Cubella.
Oh, yeah.
Amber May. Oh, my gosh. My head's been exploding. Amber May has got some really interesting information about Arizona.
Do we have 6 hours?
We need like 8. We just have to just restart this stuff over. I mean, they're sending bills to the state Senate about castrating pedophiles and things, and I think that should be freaking awesome.
I wish they would send some of my bills there, too.
Exactly. Yo, Jonah Orr, welcome to the show. Chuck, so glad to see you. But, all right. Well, you know what? We'll just, let's just see what.
We'll just start without Q, I guess. Or not Q. We're waiting for, who the hell are we waiting for?
Well, Shells was going to try to come on camera so that we would actually have a beautiful face next to our ugly mugs. But
you got to give someone out there something to look at.
Exactly. Little candy on the side. But you know what? We'll just, check.
By the way, Scoot, happy Valentine's Day.
Happy Unvalentine's Day to you. Fuck that.
Yeah.
Fuck VD.
Some people say Happy Singles Awareness Day.
or STD Awareness Day.
Or some people say Happy VD Day.
VD, STD, it's all the same. Potato. Yeah, let's see what this does. I'm going to hit this button.
Uh-oh. I almost feel like I have long hair.
You're listening to the Beans and Weenie Show is slightly doomed.
Yeah!
Here are those lovable future felons, James and Scooter.
Hey, what's going on there, Scoot?
Yo, James!
I feel like watching some Beavis and Butthead with this music.
Or what was that chick, the goth chick, Dorian, or what the hell was her name on there?
Something like that. I don't know.
I don't remember.
You expect me to remember a chick's name?
Yes, dude. I come to know you, and you look at the female form. Doom's left. Doom, you big wuss, get up here.
What a little bitch.
All right. First and foremost, happy STD Day to everybody. Jake, Chuck, Jonah, Cubella, Amber, maybe Jester, Podfather definitely, and slightly, and BP and Miss Dixie. Happy STD Day to you.
If you ever have a problem catching and finding one, you can always go to Las Vegas. I'm sure they're everywhere out here.
I'm just curious what the team doctors have found once the teams have returned to their home cities.
Depends which team you talk about.
Well, I think both teams. I'm thinking there's some Chris Jones got a little action, and anyway. But before we get to that, ladies and gentlemen, you knew the Super Bowl was played this weekend, and slightly. How did the Super Bowl turn out? Just curious.
Hey, you know what? It was a great game. I'm telling you, it was one of the most exciting Super Bowls I've seen in many years.
Yep.
And then for some reason, the game went into overtime.
Yes.
And they changed the overtime rules, right? Why the hell did San Francisco accept to receive the ball first? If you want to win, don't you want to give the team the ball and to see what you got to do to win the damn game?
Okay, I can see that because normally, all right. So normally in the overtime rules, if the first team that possessed the ball scored a touchdown, the game was over.
That's the old rules.
That's the old rules. They changed it now so that each team gets to possess the ball at least for one set of downs.
Well, it kind of sucks that some of the players didn't even know what the hell the new rules were.
Doesn't matter. Players don't need to know that crap. They're supposed to go play. It's like.
But do you think Shanahan knew though?
Yes. Yeah. I do. I think he wanted to, and I understand. I've listened to some of his press conferences, and I understand he wanted to have the ball first. He wanted to shock the wonderful folks over in Kansas City and the Chiefs and Andy Reid. He wanted to because their first drive of the game was 7 plays, 6 minutes. So they could drive the ball on Kansas City. So and then they did that this time.
Great. They took almost most of the overtime.
Right. So if you don't give Kansas City enough time or a lot of time to score with, even though Patrick Mahomes is fantastic and he only needs 13 seconds, as the Eagles found out last year, to score on you, it still puts an imminent amount of pressure on Patrick to perform. So wait a minute. That is incorrect though, my friend, because if you pay attention, the language that the referee used, we're starting a brand new game. Exactly.
So even if the time expired in OT, there would be another quarter.
Mm-mm.
Yes.
No, so, and there goes Jester again. He's like a teenager's period. He just shows up when he wants to. Anyway. All right. So, no, if they would have used up 11 minutes of that overtime quarter, scored a touchdown, kicked off, gave the ball to Kansas City. If Kansas City would not been able to get down the field during that 15 minutes, the game would have been over. Both teams had their chance to possess it. They don't get a chance to score. Each team gets one chance to possess it. If San Francisco would have held on to the ball for all 15 minutes of that first quarter, then there would have been a second quarter and Kansas City would have gotten the chance to score then. So
I don't know. Anyways, it ended very sadly. That's all I know.
I thought it ended great. I don't. As a matter of fact, I mean,
oh yeah, sure, bring it. Oh my God.
Last play of the game, ladies and gentlemen. There he is, McCole Hardman swinging out to the.
It's the same play as against the Philadelphia Eagles.
And this was the Andy Reid special.
Yeah.
This was the Andy Reid special we talked about.
All right, shut up, homo. Sorry, I'm not degrading other people. It's just I cannot stand Tony Romo.
Hey, I take
no umbrage.
And here's the thing about Romo.
Yep.
Who was the announcer? Was it Nance? Jim Nance doing the play-by-play?
Yeah, Nance and Romo.
So Nance makes a great, I don't know if you were able to hear it, but he makes a great call to end the game. So-and-so, touchdown, jackpot, blah, blah, blah. Romo right away crashes in, can't wait to talk. It just ruins the moment.
Exactly. He Romo'd all over Jim Nance's final call. And he should have.
If I was Nance, I would have just punched him. There's something, especially on TV, about making a statement and just letting it soak in for the fans.
Well, exactly. Watch the celebration on the field. Shut up in the booth, and just enjoy those moments. Patrick Mahomes running all over the place, falling down on the side of the field, kind of like Michael Jordan did after he won his 6th championship. It was emotional. I was all in it, and I cannot wait to get my lifetime supply of Jerkaway beef chips.
Oh, boo.
Regular flavor and sesame ginger, baby.
Oh, it's in the making. I smell it right now. Oh my goodness.
Get Big Sexy on the ball.
Big Sexy's on it. He's on. Yeah, I'm not going to use that reference, but anyway. But this begs the question out there.
Yes.
Okay, everyone's talking about how the Kansas City Chiefs are a dynasty now.
Whatever. They're not a dynasty.
How far away is Mahomes from being known as the GOAT?
Well, they've already included him in the conversation. Let's just digress a little bit, because I want to talk about not only Patrick Mahomes, but also Brock Purdy, because I have not been shy in letting everybody know that I have a man crush on Brock Purdy. Just because of the way that young man conducts himself, the way he does his job, the kind of football player he is. But here's another little wrinkle I want to add to it, because everybody's getting all twisted about Pat Mahomes and, oh, he's the greatest and, oh, everything's incredible with Pat. You got to remember, Pat Mahomes was not drafted number one. He wasn't even drafted in the first round. His story is much like Brock Purdy's.
Well, Purdy was drafted last.
Purdy was drafted last. Mahomes, I think, was in the third or fourth round. Brett Veach from Kansas City had watched him in the combine and all these places, and he said, this kid is going to be good, because he had intangible talent. He didn't have the fucking 8-foot condor wing spread and didn't weigh 240 pounds like Josh Allen, right. Or CJ Stroud or Fields or any of those worthless quarterbacks, or Jalen Hurts. Right. But he had moxie, and that was something that you couldn't put on paper, and he could play. And what did he do? He came to Kansas City, and he sat behind Alex Smith for a year. He did.
Yeah, he did.
He wasn't superstar right out of the gate.
And see, here's the thing, though. I still don't consider him a superstar. So he wins the Super Bowl. Bless his heart.
3 of them.
Three of them. Sure. 3 of them.
3 MVPs.
Well, this latest one, I don't think, and I'm glad you brought that up, because I don't think he was deserving of the MVP this year. Because the most valuable player should be considered the biggest reason why you won the game, right?
Okay.
I think that should go to whoever was the player that blocked the extra point, because that's what won them the game.
Well, okay, so Chris Jones on defense, that would have been a defensive player, and the MVP has gone to defensive players before. But in light of that, Pat Mahomes did orchestrate all of the plays that led them to win the game 25-22. So,
but that wouldn't have that would have never come to fruition if he had not blocked that extra point.
Come see, come saw. It could have. It might not have. I don't know.
That was, you and I both know, that was the turning point of the Super Bowl.
Was
you
it?
And I both know that when that extra point got blocked, instead of it being a 4-point lead, to where it would require the Chiefs to score a touchdown to only them needing to score a field goal to tie it up, we knew shit's going downhill.
But wait a minute. What about the punt that Ray McLeod muffed? Was that not the turning point? Because that happened before the blocked field goal. I mean, you can point your finger at any point of, how about not scoring a touchdown in overtime? That led to them losing.
Well,
they didn't block Trent McDuffie, who came through and
was not deserving of MVP. That's all I'm saying.
Okay. Well, I've got to inform you here. I spent 22 years playing football.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm a defensive player. I was a linebacker.
And you're telling me you would have given it to Mahomes?
No, I would have loved to have seen it go to the wonderful, talented folks on defense. Any one of them. Trent McDuffie, forgetting the sack that kept Purdy from scoring in overtime. I mean,
yeah.
I think that would have been Fred Warner, Dre Greenlaw. Sad that I know all of these 49ers defensive players, but I do, because I pay attention. So,
and even though I took the Niners, and they look good. Both teams look pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
But as I told you before the game even started, the odds maker, the guy at the sports book, told me you bet Kansas City in the under, and it came in.
Yeah, but I mean,
it's all you didn't lose on the over under. You might have pushed.
okay. But there were a lot of people that pushed because they got that.
They got it spot on. How is it that they get it so spot on there, Scooter?
Geez, I don't know. They do the Pythagorean theorem. They call in some Sheldon Coopers from the Big Bang Theory. I don't know. They know their shit. You remember Jimmy the Greek?
I did.
Jimmy, he could handicap anything and be perfect on it.
I'm telling you, it's unbelievable.
Yeah.
I don't know. You ask Cubella, she'll probably tell you it's fixed.
Well, RPV's going to tell us it's fixed too, because he's like, like you, a 49er fan. I was complete. I thought the entire game, I thought it was a good game from beginning to end.
It was entertaining. And I think, you know what? I think Las Vegas is going to be thrown in there in the mix on a regular basis for the Super Bowl to come out here.
I think it will be in rotation. I think it's going to be like Miami, New Orleans, Las Vegas, and whatever that Pimple Dome is out there in Los Angeles.
Oh, yeah. That
SoFi Stadium crap.
SoFi.
Yeah.
I
think
gay name that is, SoFi Stadium.
It's a credit card. I actually have their credit card. It's a piece of crap credit card. But anyway.
Gay credit card.
It was a good game. And when they started, I think I was texting with you. For the first half, we didn't see anything of Taylor Swift. And I was like, fuck yeah, it's a game.
It is. And you know what? I think we ended up seeing her 15 times, I think the last count was.
Yeah, the second half, then I almost started rooting. I would have bought you that peanut butter whiskey just for the fact that they showed Taylor Swift so much.
I was craving it so bad. At halftime, I was tasting it. Oh.
Well, too bad. Too bad.
Hey, so what is this? I heard there was rumors. I forget who what was the artist's name? There's speculation that there was an artist that sat in front of Taylor.
Was
that
Kanye
got kicked out?
Kanye, baby. Kanye bought the seats.
West got kicked out of the Super Bowl.
She booted his ass.
How racist can they be in Las Vegas?
Well, no, wait a minute. Kanye is a white supremacist Nazi. You didn't know that?
Oh, is that what it is? Okay.
Yeah, no, Ice Spice was hanging out with Taylor, which was even fucking more bizarre.
Yeah, that was. Anyway. So what, is Kanye getting a little jealous? He's got to sit in front of Taylor just to get some airtime nowadays?
Well, I think Kanye was brilliant in his strategy. He bought those there because he knew that if they showed Taylor, he would be included. So he would become relevant. Nobody would forget Kanye. Even though his wife has to run around half naked to get him exposure in the media, I mean...
Yeah. So I thought that was interesting that his ass got kicked out.
Did he get kicked out? Wouldn't he been ranting and raving? Wouldn't you seen him on like TMZ at least saying, that bitch got me kicked out just because I took away her Golden Globe or Grammy or whatever it was.
I don't know. I don't know. Is TMZ still even a thing anymore? Because I didn't even hear them all week.
Where do you think I get the Beans and Weenie show?
Unbelievable.
It's loaded. It's better than the National Enquirer. If I could find the National Enquirer online with some reputable information, by God, that would be the Beans and Weenie show.
Oh my God. Leading up to the Super Bowl, I thought just for a split second I might make quite a few dollars over the week. just a little bit to get me off.
A smidge.
Give me a little cushion out here, but nobody hit me up for my fantastic story. So
I love the story. Why don't you tell the people the story that you came up with? God. This is exciting.
Well, I didn't come up with it. This is, driving at night. You never know who you're going to pick up on the streets of Las Vegas.
She was a reputable individual, wasn't she?
Reputable source. Hardworking American, pays her taxes. And a beautiful woman as well. And by the way, before we get to the story, for those that don't know that we're sleeping with Joe Biden in the basement, the Kansas City Chiefs did go on to win the Super Bowl, by the way. So I know there was some question about that in chat. But so I'm driving. I don't know, what day was it? Was it like a Wednesday night? Thursday morning? I
think it was. Those hours blend together for me. I don't know about you.
If recollection serves me correctly. So I pick up this wonderful gal, just getting off of work.
Are you sure she was a gal?
Well, she smelled like it.
Little sushi in the back seat is what you're saying.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
But,
I didn't mean to interrupt you.
gosh, where was I going? Oh, I decided to pick her up. I got paid to take a stripper home.
What?
Wait,
Whoa, whoa, whoa,
don't
whoa.
get excited. Hold on. Don't get excited. Not to my house. I took her back to her home.
Oh.
Yeah. Well, I didn't go with her.
Are you switching to what?
Unbelievable.
Switch hitter slightly up to the plate.
Hey, well, she only had 6 or 7 shots, she told me.
Oh, that's
But
all.
anyways, what she told me on the drive home, or on the way to drive her home.
You're not helping yourself at all there.
I say it. She had told me that a Kansas City Chief player was in the strip club, which is not a big surprise. I mean, guys love to go see naked chicks all the time. Well, unless they're gay. But
yes.
Oh my God, she told me he wasn't just there enjoying a few cocktails and enjoying the sights of bosoms and breasts and whatever else, but he actually partook in some sexual activity.
Whoa!
Right?
No way.
Yes. So I'm sitting there and I'm like, okay, we got to get a name out of her.
Ooh.
Because you know what? If it's Travis Kelce or if it's Mahomes, I hear jackpot. TMZ, come show me the money.
Ching!
Oh, yeah. All the dreams and the aspirations. I just saw it all in the Las Vegas night. And she didn't fucking tell me.
She didn't give you initials. You should have asked for initials first.
Well, I got to the point where I was able to eliminate 2 people.
Yeah.
I'm like, I know it's not Mahomes, and I know it's not Travis Kelce. You want to know why?
Why?
Well, she told me that, God, what was the exact words? She told me that he had an anaconda.
So, well, yeah, I'm okay. Now, wait a minute. That doesn't rule out Mahomes or
Mahomes
Kelce.
is half-half. He's not full black.
No, but
So it all matters what half is black.
that's true. But you look at Mahomes, and I'm thinking waist down. I mean, you just,
Yeah, I guess. It could have been, but
because he's got the faux fro on
he
top.
does have the full fro.
No, it's a faux fro.
A faux fro. Oh, like, yeah.
It's not a real fro. And
So
and
the
it's
fro's down there then.
and it's light brown. It's light brown. So
Wow.
I mean, not bear with me, folks. There's some traits that are just universal.
So I put it out there. I put it on Twitter. I tagged TMZ. I tagged the Chiefs. I tagged the NFL.
Yep.
Not a fucking word.
But wait a minute, somebody did like it. Who did like it?
Oh my God, that's right. I forget. Hold on. I gotta go look. Give me 1 second. I think it was. I don't want to. Oh, it's not even on there. Hold on.
I don't think I bookmarked it.
Let's see. I have it right here. Let's see. Bring it up. The Twitter. And if you want to see exciting stories like that I post all the time, just let me know. And you can follow me over at Slightly Serious over on X or Twitter or whatever the hell you want to call it these days. Guess who? Strippers. Let's see. I know it was a stripper thing.
Well, now, okay. So now I have to pull out the big guns.
Uh-oh.
I got to pull out the big guns here because I've got it and I didn't bookmark it, but I did save it.
It doesn't. How do you say? How do you see who liked it? Oh wait, likes right here.
Right there.
Fantasy Entertainment, the private Las Vegas strippers. They like that post. So bless their hearts. I appreciate some kudos.
You got some traction out there.
And by the way, if you ever need, since they like my post, if you're ever here in the Las Vegas area and you need some private strippers, please give them a call at 702-353-0604. They offer interactive games and a lot more, including XXX shows.
Text them to book 702-353-0604. If you're in the Las Vegas area,
There you go.
we highly
And tell him slightly, say he appreciates them liking my posts.
exactly right there on the screen for everybody to see. Take a screenshot. Oh, slow.
One of the black and the black, she kind of looks a little hot.
She does. Oh,
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah. I don't like the tattoo on the one, so she's out.
It looks like a frog. I don't know why you would put a frog tattoo above your tit. It just seems unsightly. That'd be like putting a baby doll in your crotch. I'm not going there.
Cummings Culture says, slightly shouting out strippers. Forget vapes. He's pimping these days.
Exactly. Welcome to the show, Jeremy, brother. Glad to see you back on the digital world, man. We missed you. All right. So, anyway, I knew I had it. You sent it to me. I thought it was exciting, and
That was exciting. The only other exciting thing would have been if TMZ reached out, but
I
they're
know.
like, whatever.
I wish they would have. Dadgum them.
And the funny thing is you know, the NFL did their best to keep the players away from the Las Vegas Strip and keep them out of trouble because they didn't stay near the Strip at all. They stayed about, I'd say 20, 25 minutes east over in Lake Las Vegas.
Well, okay. So, San Francisco got shoved out of town, if I remember correctly. They had to go to the UNLV practice facility.
Yeah, so the Niners, they practice at UNLV while the Kansas City Chiefs got to practice over at Allegiant.
Right.
And the Niners, someone apparently allegedly set off the fire alarm one night.
That's just McCaffrey's mom. She's throwing the excuses out there ahead of time. The boys didn't get much sleep. Somebody was pulling the fire alarms. It was terrible. You know, and if they would have been blown out, then I'm sure Christian would have been going, yeah, I'm not rested. I can't focus, man. Because they were.
I'm telling you, it's it seems like every year though a fire alarm gets set off at one of the teams' hotels. So
That's just, you know what?
it's
You
like
got to
an annual tradition,
you got to put up with that shit. That's the way it works. I mean, hell, you'd throw smoke bombs in the opposing team's hotel. We've done that. I mean, I've
That's
known
fun.
people who've done that before.
Yeah, don't insult yourself there. You'll
No, I'm not going to insinuate anything. I'm not a Democrat. I can't get away with that shit.
And the Bunny Ranch girls, they probably are on vacation, Jeremy, after this past weekend. They probably made quite a grip of money. I know a lot of the drivers around town made out like bandits. I was seeing some posts as far as the drivers making all these kickbacks at the strip clubs. Did you know that drivers get like $95 for every mail they drop off at the strip joint?
Okay, so if you had 3 males in your back
3
seat,
males.
you dropped off 3, that's 95 times 3.
That's $285.
Oh, hell yeah.
Right?
Why aren't you just cruising the strip? Say, hey, I got a great, like all those people that are hawking crap out there. Hey, come to our casino and sit through this 2-hour presentation. And we'll give you $500 in gambling chips.
Well, no, and there's actually guys out there on the strip that hustle. Say, hey, you want to go? We'll take you in the limo. We'll get you to the strip club. You and all your boys. Let's go.
Come on, yeah. We'll even give you the first drink, and then you gotta buy that bottle of champagne for $3,000.
Oh yeah, and that's what I'm thinking. I'm like, wow, if they're giving drivers $95, can you imagine the amount of money these guys are dropping at the strip club?
Strip clubs, the new casinos. House wins every time. I want to know what.
Makes me want to start stripping.
No.
Oh yeah.
No, I'm not even. No, we're not going. Put it back on. Put it. For those of you who are watching the live stream,
Fucking crazy, man.
I don't know.
Oh,
So anyway, why are we here tonight?
What's that?
Why are we here tonight?
Because it's Valentine's Day.
Oh,
I
happy
wanted to
Valentine's.
share it with you.
Okay, I'm so glad, and thank you, Big Sexy, for sharing slightly with
Don't
me.
be wishing Mayor Crazy happy Valentine's Day because she'll tell you she doesn't recognize it.
Hey, Podfather, Mayor Crazy is my anti-Valentine, so you back off. You back the hell off. She's my anti. Where is Crazy? Did she leave us? Did she run away? She did.
I don't know.
She's out of here. I was going to find out who
She's
won
probably
that.
busy and missing in action. Yes.
She's gone. she's got this deal going on now. If none of you, if you don't know, Mayor Crazy has started a new business. As a matter of fact, she's supplying us with a hell of a lot of stuff, and we're excited to help her out as much as possible. But follow her on Twitter, okay? Because on Twitter, and it's Crazy Legacy, at Crazy Legacy, she's giving away a Valentine's Day tumbler. And if she can reach a certain level of folks who look at the post, repost the post, and comment on the post, then she's going to throw in another tumbler. And these are badass tumblers. I mean, you guys have seen it. You've seen it on the Beans and Weenie Show website. But skinny tumbler. I mean, she does all the graphics and printing, or she does the printing and graphics and whatever else. But anyway, these things are fantastic. Go out there at Crazy Legacy. Plus, if you follow her, I guarantee you will be entertained. You'll be entertained on Friday nights. You'll be entertained on Saturday. Whenever she starts drinking and tweeting, it is freaking awesome. Oh, Q. Well, okay.
Hold on, wait, look. Can I see that one more time? That looks sexy.
That is sexy, dude.
There's only one thing I could recommend.
Yes.
She's missing the slightly doomed.
Okay, so I've got you say that, but I already have the design now. See, the thing is, let's see. Oh my gosh, see if I can get to this easily and quickly. Take that off. Okay, so the last Beans and Weenie show, this last Saturday, the pre-party Super Bowl show, we had a trivia contest. And
oh, wow.
Yes, we did. All right, now, hang on here. All right, on this trivia contest, and we're still counting up all of the answers. Podfathers, BP is actually leading at the moment. RPV, you suck. You got one right. And then, I mean, you know. But anyway, on the show, here's the deal. So whoever wins, we're going to announce it next Saturday, and whoever wins and is a part of either the Crazy Town Perks community or the Beans and Weenie community, and you can see in the notes up there the link tree to get to the Beans and Weenie community, so you can join. You will win a tumbler with this beautiful graphic on it. You partied with the Beans and Weenie Show 2024. Now,
I like that.
Okay,
and I noticed you put my logo on the L for loser fucker.
Damn right, but you're included in there, you sorry bastard. So we get, so that is the tumbler that we're going to be giving away as soon as I tally up all of the correct answers for the Super Bowl trivia, sponsored by Crazy Town and Mayor Crazy. Of course, she's not in here, and I'm plugging her shit, so no more of that. Forget that. You're done.
Unbelievable.
You're done.
Well, she's probably busy working for her next show, or she's probably making more tumblers.
Probably is. All right, now I'm going to throw you askew a little bit here, so hang on. Ta-da. Come on. See, you're being pushed to the side.
Yeah, I saw that just a little bit.
Okay, so here's the deal. We got Shells. The only problem is, darling, I don't have it set up for the camera, but I'm damn glad you are here.
Why are you? Hold on 1 second. You were echoing.
Uh-oh.
How many screens is everybody seeing? Because I have 3.
You got a half of one. So hang on. I got to, let's see here. All right.
I'll be right back.
All right. You be right back. Hang on. So I got to do a little. Thing in here. So hold on.
Oh yeah, because we didn't have time prior to the show.
There we go. Yeah. No, this takes effort, folks. It
does. Everyone thinks that you just get on the mic and you start talking and it's all peachy keen. It's a lot of work that goes into this shit, folks.
There's a lot, and you got to show up on time. And anyway, it's let's see. So let's get this all fixed up here and get everybody focused and centered, and then voila. Looky there.
I'm
Okay.
not looking anymore.
Oh, and there.
Hey, she's on top of me.
All right. Oh, so let me see. Yeah, you like that too, don't you? Uh-huh. Yeah. I know. There she is. Oh, come on. All right, so we're gonna have to work this out again.
It'll be a work in progress.
It is. It is. Let's see. There, we're gonna spotlight the big James. All right, and then on Saturday night show, you're also gonna get a chance to see Shells. Shells, you're still with us, right?
I'm here.
Woohoo!
All right.
There she is. There she is, Miss America. Shells,
And she's a vapor.
there you go. If I could get you just to minimize your window over on your side in the middle.
Me?
You.
I don't know what that would be. Hold on.
Okay. It's right in the middle whenever you bring it up there. Yeah.
Like that?
Say something, James.
I'm here, right here.
Okay, hold on. All right. So you are, there we go. So that should work. So say something to me again, Shells, if we got everybody here.
I'm still here.
Yay! All right. So we got that set. Oh, now you're starting to move shit. Stop moving things.
Well,
Oh,
Slightly. It's slightly.
well, you saw the,
I did. That's okay.
yeah.
Saw the
That was
wall.
your fault. Not mine.
I saw the wall in the compound in Las Vegas.
I'm telling you,
So,
can't be seeing all the strippers I hide in my basement.
do you have pants on at least this time?
Yeah, today I do. I'm
Okay.
wearing pants tonight. Actually, they're they're like my PJ pants.
I didn't need to hear that. I did not need. You didn't
Oh,
need to
come
say
on!
it.
You
Okay.
don't wear PJs to bed?
No, I don't. Sorry.
Oh.
What
do you wear?
Nothing. Are you kidding?
Oh, my.
Yeah. Don't give me the George Takei. No, don't do that to me. Oh my.
Well, if you're curious what I wear to bed, Scooter and James, I just get dressed the night before the next day, and I don't have to get up in the morning to change clothes.
Oh, yeah.
There we go. All right.
All
So
right.
everybody, I just want to give you this warning.
Wake the fuck up.
All right. Thank you, Gumpfer. And there goes RPV as soon as he hears Gump's voice. Now, the reason why we're here, one of the reasons, I got a question for you and everybody out there in listener land. When is a lie a lie? Just curious. Anybody?
When is a lie a lie?
Yes. Dude, Sean, I know you've got the answer to this one. Q, come on. During sex, yes.
During sex.
Right away. A lie is a lie, right? It's not. Wait a minute, Amber.
I think a lie is when you intentionally tell someone the wrong information.
The wrong
I would agree.
information. Okay. So,
Especially if it's habitual and malice.
all right. Well, I just want you guys to
or
hang
to
on.
cover up another lie.
Oh, or to cover up another. So it's not, does this dress make me look fat? It's not really a lie. Oh,
That's not a lie.
that's saving your own
One's
ass,
opinion.
is what you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's keeping the peace.
Jake brings out the Merriam-Webster Cornell Law Dictionary, and a lie is done with the intent to deceive, ladies and gentlemen.
That's it.
Oh, that's good.
Right
That's a
there.
good definition. Yeah.
All right. Well, I want you guys take a look at something here real quick, and I want you to listen to this. This is 4 minutes long. I'm not going to do the whole thing, but just work with me here. This is the lovely and talented Jesse Waters on Fox News. Not a big fan of Fox News, but I am of Jesse.
I love Jesse.
Listen in.
Brand new details about how Obama's CIA targeted Trump and started the entire Russia hoax. For years, we were told that tips from an Australian diplomat tipped off the FBI after a random conversation with Papadopoulos, a no-name 20-something. But according to new reporting by Michael Schellenberger and Matt Taibbi, the whole thing was a CIA setup. Former CIA Director John Brennan identified 26 Trump associates to be targeted by the Five Eyes Intelligence Alliance, and then those interactions were the targets and were targeted by the FBI as suspicious.
Okay, now let's just stop it right there. Okay, so let's define a couple of things for you. Five Eyes. Do you know what the Five Eyes are, slightly?
No, I don't.
Amber, do you know who the Five
Nope.
Eyes are? Nope. Podfather, who are the Five Eyes?
Don't know.
Okay, well, ladies,
Me, myself, and I don't know.
that's pretty good. Okay, but the Five Eyes that he's speaking of, they are the five English-speaking intelligence arms of countries that we are allies with. So England, France, Italy. Who else is in there?
Wait a minute. England starts with an E.
Well, it does, but it's still an English-speaking.
MI5, MI6.
All those guys in there, MI5, that's their intelligence arm. They throw in Germany, even though they don't speak English, but Germany is one of those. Yep. And then we've got Poland is in there as well. So the CIAs of these European countries were engaged to spy on Trump. Why? Because the CIA is not supposed to spy on American citizens.
Oh, I got it.
So you with me there?
I'm with you.
All right. Let's see where Jesse takes us on this road.
And that's how the FBI launched the Russia collusion hoax.
What?
The details of this.
No way. All right, so you're in a.
I thought Hillary Clinton did that. I thought Hillary Clinton used her campaign financing to make this dossier. Is this different?
That was okay. So that was a part of the entire plan that led us to Crossfire Hurricane. Okay. So she engaged Perkins Coie, a law firm in Washington, to dig up dirt on Donald Trump. Perkins Coie was also working with the FBI. So evidently, the FBI and Perkins Coie got together and said, hey, look, CIA is going to all these foreign countries and getting them to spy on Trump's camp. And here's what we're going to do. Because George Papadopoulos, everybody remembers George Papadopoulos. He's a nobody. He was sitting at a bar.
Right.
He was talking to an Australian diplomat. The Australian diplomat came back and said, hey, this guy knows too much shit, and I think you ought to investigate him. That is where the FBI got involved, and Comey opened Crossfire Hurricane. Everybody confused like I am?
Yep.
Okay, well, don't be. Because
well, slightly, really, or not slightly, Scooter, really quickly.
Yes, dear.
Just as a caveat, I mean, remember Nixon lost his presidency over spying, yet nothing happened to Hillary Clinton or CIA or anybody.
Well, did you know that Hillary Clinton was involved in Watergate?
No, I didn't know she was involved in Watergate.
Okay, she was involved in Watergate. She wasn't involved in the act of Watergate, but she was involved with coming up with the charges and the stories that were released to the press and that they were going to try and impeach Nixon on. She was an aide to a congressman that was doing the investigation into this.
So she already was experienced in it, so she's playing it again, doing the same playbook again. And because her friends are in office, she gets to escape the getting punished for what she did.
Well, she gets to escape from being punished because she's Hillary Clinton. She's part of the 1%, and she has a lot of secrets. And if you go against her, you die. I mean, Vernon Jordan.
Allegedly died.
Oh, I'm sorry. Alleged. Oh shit. Yes. I'm done. There's not going to be another Slightly Doomed show. Sorry, it's just going to be back there.
I'll send the suits over after they come visit me.
Great, thanks a lot. All right, so let's just let's see what else Jesse has to say here. So listen carefully.
This entire operation have been stored in a top secret binder in a secret room in Washington. Trump ordered the whole thing declassified, and now the rumor is that the binder might be missing. Joining me now, one of the reporters who broke the story, Michael Schellenberger. Michael, explain how this all started with the CIA picking these 26 Trump people.
Yeah, good to be with you, Jesse. Well, obviously, this is an extremely serious story and serious allegation by multiple credible sources that Public and Racket, that's Matt Taibbi's publication, have spoken to. These are people that are close to the House intelligence investigation of how the Russia collusion hoax began. The story, as you mentioned, was that, oh, we were just informed by foreign intelligence about this. Our sources tell us a very different story, which is that this was initiated by the U.S. government. It came from within the U.S. government's intelligence community, including the CIA, that they asked the so-called Five Eyes nations intelligence agencies, that's the other English-speaking nations, including Britain and Australia, to spy on 26 Trump
I don't hear anything else.
associates.
Huh?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear us? Oh, he's
I
down.
don't hear you.
He's down for the count.
I hear
Oh,
him.
there we go. I hear you.
Goodness gracious. We were just to the Five Eyes and you made me stop that. Now,
I know.
hold on. Here we go again.
Sorry.
To spy on 26 Trump associates, or at least they had a list of the 26 associates that were identified. This is new information. Some people have theorized about this and speculated about it. We feel very confident that our sources were in a position to know and are very credible in this report. And it's obviously a very serious allegation because this is illegal spying and it's illegal election interference.
Okay, so you were
All right. So basically, the CIA concocted a plan because they didn't want Trump to win. So they went out and they contacted the Five Eyes intelligence countries and said, here's the deal. Here's 26 people in the Trump campaign. Go find some dirt on it so that we can then turn it over to the FBI, and then the FBI can start making up all kinds of accusations. And then on top of that, the FBI's working with Hillary, and they come up with the dossier of completely false information.
Uh-huh.
So then you fast forward to the Hunter laptop.
Oh, boy.
Hunter laptop. How many people came out and said, that's just false, that's just Russian propaganda?
Fake news.
How many of those people did that? There were 51 of those, and they were all associated with the intelligence community. John Brennan, the communist guy that was out there, I can't even remember his damn name.
Wow.
So,
Well, think about it this way, guys. They hired the Five Eyes to spy on Trump, to get dirt on Trump, and they couldn't come up with any.
they had to make it up. And then
They had to make it up.
exactly.
That just shows you, I mean, he's a pretty clean person.
Well,
You know, I'm not saying he's a perfect person, but I'm saying he didn't do anything illegal. He's not doing anything like snorting coke at the White House. He's not doing any of those things. If you had all these intelligence officers all over the world trying to find dirt on this guy, and then they had to make it up, what does that tell you about the character of Donald Trump?
well, even more than that, because Trump is not perfect. I only know of one perfect person that's ever existed in this
Right.
world, and it's not Donald Trump. It is,
Right.
you know, my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. But
Mm-hmm.
here's the deal. This goes to the depths and levels of how corrupt our
Mm-hmm.
government is. The deep state. You've got all the mainstream media saying there's no deep state. Y'all are crazy. There's no deep state.
Mm-hmm.
But there is deep state. We keep finding more and more about it. And it
Look at Kerry Lake and what happened with the GOP chair of Arizona.
exactly.
I mean, he even said in the recording, the people in D.C. don't want you to run. Give me a number. What's the number? If they don't want her to run as a U.S. senator, do you think they wanted her to run as a governor where she would have executive authority and power?
Exactly.
Be a border state governor? No.
You are correct. I got to give you
You're right. We keep getting more information about the deep state. You're absolutely right. Scooter, I love you and Slightly. I honestly love your guys' show so much.
Well, I'm
it's
feeling
so
better
short.
on Valentine's Day, Amber. Thank you so much. It's too bad you're married because I'm single. Just say it.
Yeah.
Just say it.
I have a big sexy of my own.
Huh?
I'm stealing that.
Oh, my.
I'm stealing that slightly. I love that too much.
That must mean your hands are full.
There you go.
Yeah, I
So-
just love you guys together, and I love your show, and you guys are brilliant. You both are very smart men and always bring great facts to your show.
Okay.
I just really like your show. Thank you, Eric.
Now you're
for
giving us too
introducing
much
me to
credit.
that.
Well, and I also
Yeah.
tagged you on Twitter X, where Jeremy just published an episode of a conversation he had with our friend the old man. And I think you would love Jeremy of the Cummings is Culture podcast because, like Jeremy says, it's not controversial. It's just culture.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's all it is. It's just culture. I love Jeremy. Is Jeremy still in here? Did he run away?
See if he's in the Podbean listener list. If he is, I'm sure you'd invite him up.
Sure. Come on, man. I get that Southern talking smooth. A couple of things about Jeremy. I thought Jeremy was older than what he really is. He's just a kid
Oh,
like
no,
you
he's a
slightly.
kid.
He's a
Yeah.
He's just a
He's
kid.
a kid like me.
Exactly.
Oh, is Slightly a kid? I didn't know how old Slightly was.
Slightly's a kid. He ain't even hit
I'm
40.
a kid at heart.
Yeah, that's right. Whatever.
Well,
And
Slightly's
admit.
in his mid 40s, and I'm pushing.
Slightly's in his mid 40s. Oh, good.
Hey, easy.
Have you
Gosh,
come up
does
with
he
your
look like
crisis
I'm
in your car
40?
yet? Because I'm trying to come up with mine.
Well, I got 20 years on all of you, so screw you. That's the way it goes. Shell, are you still there, honey? Shell?
I'm here. Just all these damn kids won't shut the hell up. And I want the background noise.
Well, we got to throw.
Your instinct comes out.
Well, I think in Shell's defense, she'll definitely be on camera on the Saturday show when Spanky and Jester join you, Scooter.
Well, see, here's the deal, and I got to do the mea culpa because I completely I fucked up. I didn't even. I remembered that Shells was going to be on tonight, but I didn't create the backgrounds for it, and so now I feel very badly.
Rats.
But we got to give props to Shells because she's running a household of like 8 little munchkins, along with trying to keep other people in line and then joining us.
Including a fucking
God bless you,
man-child.
Shells. God bless you.
That's
Shells,
something that Big Sexy would say.
grandchild? Whoa!
No,
Man-child.
no,
Oh,
man-child.
man-child, like Slightly. Man-child. There you go. Good
Yeah,
deal.
That's me.
There you go. All right.
He's the man-child doesn't have man.
So going back to your story, Scooter, so we know all the bullshit's happening in the CIA and the
Yep.
FBI.
Yep.
Why can't we do something about it?
Well, we're going to do something about it, but they're trying very hard from the top level to prevent us from making any changes. Because here's the deal. I believe that if Trump does get into office, then
God willing, he does.
amen, there's going to be wholesale mayhem from the top down. He's going to get rid of all those idiots that are sitting in the bureaucratic spots who are determining whether or not you should get prescriptions in Medicare and Medicaid, and they don't have doctor's degrees, and all they're doing is following a script about what they can deny and what they can't deny. And then
I need to ask you both a question about Donald Trump. Okay, I love the man,
yes.
but I don't trust Vivek Ramaswamy. What the hell? Like, why is he going around with Donald Trump? Why is Donald Trump allowing Vivek Ramaswamy to... I think he's part of the deep state. I think he's a plant. I think he's a fake Republican. He says all the right things, but if you listen to some of the shows like Steve Bannon's show and some of these other conservative shows, he says the exact same thing. It's almost like he's studying them. What do you guys think about that? It's kind of weird, right?
Slightly, you want to take that?
I have a hard time seeing that right now. I know it's out there. You're not the only person that has said that, but I don't know. I think time will tell. That's what I'm waiting on.
All right, let me give you the Scooter opinion since you ain't going to do it here Slightly. Let me just lay it out on the line. Vivek
Come on.
Ramaswamy Lammy is a transplant and a plant, and I do believe that he has surreptitious thoughts in his head and ulterior motives.
He's just saying that because he's Indian.
No,
Dot, not
I'm
feather.
Indian.
Dot, wait, hold on. Dot, not feather.
Okay, he's a dot. I'm a feather. I'm not like Nikki Haley. I got a feather. All right, but here's the deal. The young man, God bless him, he knows how to work the system. I will give him that.
Yes, he does.
He is a very successful businessman. He built up a company on his own without any help from the government, unless you listen to Obama and Biden, and because you didn't build your company, they did. So slightly, that may be
money from Soros.
well.
What's that?
He didn't take the money from Soros.
Yeah,
No.
his
It has
brother
Soros
from
in the
George
last name.
Soros's
I don't-
brother to go to school.
Soros.
They paid for his schooling.
Okay, but they didn't pay for him to start his business, and he was a blue dog Democrat. And he showed up on the scene as a blue dog Democrat for all those years until magically, mysteriously, switch flipped and he became a conservative Republican. And I think that may be an earnest change in his thought process, because he was a business person, because he did get screwed over taxes and employment regulations and employment laws and labor laws and all that bullshit. But I still do not have complete faith in him.
I don't either.
Yeah, that
If he was playing for the other
He's
team,
Obama too much.
if he was playing for the other team, though, don't you think the big money backers would be pumping the money into him instead of Nikki Haley?
no.
Why? I mean, it would be a
Obvious.
perfect setup. You have someone that's saying the exact same shit as Trump, that is electable because people love to hear what he's saying.
People love
And
charisma. You're right.
why
about that,
wouldn't you
James.
pump it into him instead of Nikki Haley?
You're missing the setup. You're missing the setup. You're missing the setup. Just like the CIA had to go around everything and spy on the Trump campaign, and Bill Barr, the attorney general that was an attorney general for Ronald Reagan or H.W. Bush or somebody, I don't think that Bill Barr was there to do good work. I believe
he wasn't. No.
Yeah, and he
100%.
didn't do good work.
No.
Well, I think no matter what, I think Trump has a solid head on his shoulders that he'll figure what's what. So I'm not too worried.
I hope he is trying to figure out his enemies by keeping Vivek Ramaswamy. As soon as Miss Dixie said it, I was thinking what she just said, keep your enemies closer. I hope that's what he's doing, because I would really like to see them separated. If he's not trying to figure out his enemy strategies, then maybe he's going to slip up and say something, or I don't know. But I don't trust that guy. He showed up out of nowhere like Obama. The background that he has, I don't trust the man. And I wish I could. He says great things, but I seriously would hear him say the exact same thing that I would have heard Steve Bannon say the morning of. I'm just like, wow, dude, like you're not even hiding it. You're like literally writing it down.
I honestly think we're not going to have to worry about him. I think from what we're seeing, it looks like he's going to pick Tim Scott as his VP.
I believe you're right, but I think Amber has the perfect perspective. Keep your and Miss Dixie, keep your friends close and keep your enemies closer. He did this in his first campaign in 2016 for the people that he could identify as being in the enemy camp: Mitt Romney, Chris Christie, Ryan McConnell. God bless you.
Wow. I thought I was on mute.
Way to go, buddy.
Whoa, that was on. Just don't fart. Just don't fart. But you think about that, and you can see it's the education of Donald Trump coming into the political world. He learned about those folks first. So what did he do? He dangled Mitt Romney out there with a carrot, saying, "Hey, think about putting you in the cabinet." And Mitt was all great until it came down to brass tacks, and Trump said, "No, you're an idiot, and you're never going to be in this cabinet." Same thing with Chris Christie. Okay, he had to work with Tim Ryan because Tim was elected from Paul Ryan, whoever. Thank you, Podfather. Paul Ryan from Wisconsin. And he happened to be the Speaker of the House at the time. Well, he was a turncoat.
Big Republican.
Yeah, he's
Republican.
a rhino. Mitch McConnell is a rhino. They only care about protecting the money going into their pockets. But
that's it.
That's all it is. And you see the turning of the tide, because now we're learning about all of this information that is coming out, about the intelligence agencies that are trying to screw over Donald Trump. Why? Because their little fiefdom is going to get taken down. they're not going to be able to run the world like they think they should. That's just
Scooter. You know what I think we should start doing, and I think it's too late for this election season. But I think it's time that we start running dinos. We need people to step up that are conservative and run as dinos, because we need to take back our country. And for decades, they've been running rhinos, and it's time to do it dinos and have conservatives on both sides of the ticket to get back to our Constitution and to weed out all this corruption, because we can't do it with these fake Republicans and the globalist Democrats. We need people that are listening to your program, my program, all these conservative platforms. We need people to start thinking about running. We need you to run for mayor, city council. We need you to run for school board. We need you to run for county, state, and offices. We need a whole bunch of really good American loving people to just infiltrate their local government, because when you infiltrate local government, then you impact national government.
You are correct.
We need to focus on.
And we need to do that. We actually need to start a grassroots. You need to know who's on your local school board. You need to know who's on your city council. You need to know who your state representatives are and your state senators for your area, because you can affect the top by working from the bottom. Okay.
I am the lowest level elected official you can have. I'm a elected precinct committeeman. We don't get paid. We're a grassroots political office, but I'm like the lowest level in the political food chain there is. And if I can do it, you can do it too. And I just need my fellow Americans to start thinking about, no one else is going to rescue us. You have to be part of the solution. So you have to roll up your sleeve, and we got to start running dinos and conservatives. So dinos, conservatives, we can't lose that way. And that's how they've been winning for decades.
Well, okay. The other way that they've been winning for decades, if you go back and you look at the political history of a lot of these folks who are in power right now that have been elected, they were Democrats before they stuck their finger in the wind and said, oh, things are changing. Now I'm going to become a Republican.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just about the power. And the problem with politics is that it's become an industry now, and it was never meant to be an industry, because the governments do not have revenue. They do not make money. The only thing that a government entity can do, whether it's your city, your state, your county, or the federal government, they can take your money. They call it revenue to make it sound sexy and elegant, but it is theft. It is stealing your money out of your pocket and calling it something nice so they can go take it and send $95 billion across the seas.
Don't get me started.
Oh.
Well, and I think, have people forgotten about George Washington, our first president, when he did his farewell address and he warned that political parties are dangerous? And what is it that you oftentimes say, James, about the two parties?
Each party has the same goals. They just have different ways of getting there to appease their constituents.
You hit the nail on the head. You did it. You did it, James. That's right. You did. Now, I know we could
take all the money from the slaves and we can spend it on whatever the hell we want.
Yes, we can give $53 million to immigrants in New York City and give them American
New York City?
Yeah! American Express card.
Well, and of course, Nancy Pelosi and Mitch McConnell and Kevin McCarthy, you know, we're basically paying for them to eat steak and caviar and hot hors d'oeuvres.
They want to take our steak away with these Green New Deals. They want to take my steak away while they eat steak.
I got a steak to give them.
And I think Jeremy sums it up best about AOC being the poster child of that Green New Deal. That, you know, she came up with a proposal of fitting cows' asses with catalytic converters. How about we fit her mouth with a catalytic converter because she's so full of hot air?
I'm with you.
You crack me up.
I love it. All right, so everybody hold on here for just a second. Got to pay the bills a little bit here. Want to give you some information. Bear with me, and we're going to move on to something else that I think you will find interesting. So hang on for just a second.
Spanky from the Beans and Weenie Show here. Do you ever find yourself overloaded with way too much information? Too many logins, too many passwords, too many websites for stuff you like? You don't have to worry about that with the Beans and Weenie Show. We're making it simple and easy for you to get your helping of milk through the nose laughs and the occasional spontaneous unexpected orgasms. I can say that. Just visit linktree.com/BWD crew and add it to your bookmarks. That way when you need some Beans and Weenie, it's right there. Who doesn't need Beans and Weenie? Right there under a tap of your finger or a click of your mouse, linktree.com/BWD crew. Get it? Got it? Done. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy.
You're listening to the Slightly Doomed Show. James and Scooter.
All right, welcome back to the show. James, you didn't leave me. Can you still hear me?
I still hear you. Yes, I'm just so excited to be here with you on Valentine's Day.
I'm so
I
happy
just
to
can't
be.
get over that fact.
I was going to get you a rose, but then I thought better of it because.
I even got you a Valentine's card.
What?
Well, that was nice of you guys doing a Valentine's show tonight.
Yeah.
I'm speechless. Now I don't know what to do. I didn't.
Send me that damn peanut butter whiskey.
No. I
Freaking love peanut butter whiskey.
I got you a sticker. Here's your sticker.
Oh.
Enjoy today. Crazy. If you say anything about this, I will. No more crazy. Anyway.
You're going to get all crazy.
Well, in case anybody missed Mardi Gras yesterday, now, of course, is the start of Lent. I mean, what are you giving up for Lent?
The American form of government as it exists today with the Democrats in power.
I love that.
Yes, I love that.
I'm going to give up paying my taxes.
I like that.
Let us know how the audit goes.
Thanks.
Okay, now that brings up an interesting point. I don't have the information in front of me, but there is a federal statute that somehow states that if the government is taking your money and not meeting your needs and sending it to other people, then you are not obligated to pay federal taxes.
We need to look that shit up.
I don't know. Yeah, exactly.
Because that's exactly what's going on right now.
It is exactly. But as we move into a new phase, a new era, I have something that I just want to bring to your attention. This is going to be exciting. So I've got this young man. I don't know if you saw this, but Ian Sams, the spokesperson for the White House Council.
White House.
You may not be familiar with him, but just bear with me. Give me a little latitude here. All right. And hold on. Jake says, currently, no statute that states it's mandatory to pay into federal income tax. Anyway, there's an opt-out, but it's hard to do. There is nothing in the Constitution or any of the amendments that say that you have to pay a federal income tax.
Correct. But if you don't, and there's a lot of people that have tried not to pay, they've paid the price for that.
Well,
but you're right. You're right.
Jake is right, and there are, but see,
and so are you, Scooter. What I'm saying is, you're right.
I feel good. I feel Valentine's. Amber,
right.
You are Valentine's.
You are making me
hot.
hot. Stop it.
The Podfather and Slightly.
Oh. All right. So, Ian Sams, I want you to just listen to what this young man has to say. I'm not going to play all of it, but let's go to them. What, Slightly?
Look at his head.
Wait, it gets better. This man needs some sunshine. I'm just saying. But anyway.
Sure, thanks. I want to start by talking about a few things that I think are important for you all to hear and for the American people to hear. The president spoke powerfully about this last night. After a long
Did he say privately?
That turned over every stone and explored every theory, the special counsel decided that there was no case there. Notably, he said this would be true whether President Biden was president or a private citizen. The special counsel's assignment when he was appointed was to determine whether any criminal conduct occurred. He found it didn't. That was the finding. The case is closed.
Okay. So he said there was no finding of criminality. Correct? Did you hear that?
I did hear that.
Okay. So did you hear that, Amber?
Yep.
Okay. Podfather, did you hear him say that there was no crime? All right. Well, this goes back to the question that I first asked at the beginning of the show. When does a lie become a lie, become a lie? And here's the deal. So in her report, ladies and gentlemen, here's the big deal. Our investigation uncovered evidence that President Biden willfully retained and disclosed classified materials after his vice presidency when he was a private citizen. Willfully.
That's criminal right there.
That is criminal.
And he was never president to have that protection to take away private information home to begin with.
Right. He unlike Donald Trump, he has no authority to declassify anything.
Exactly. He was never allowed to be taking this information home. That's only reserved to the president of the United States, which he was not. And I would conjecture still is not, but that's for another day.
Well,
so Scooter, so if this is the case that he willfully retained this and disclosed classified materials,
yes,
why is he not being prosecuted?
I'd bring that point. Oh my God! All right, so report. Did I send you a copy of this report? Because I read through this stupid thing.
You did.
Okay.
Why isn't he being impeached for treason?
Okay, Amber, go ahead and tell us what is the answer as to why he's not going to be prosecuted. There's two answers, actually.
He's not mentally capable of being prosecuted because he is not mentally all there. That's what the report basically said.
That's correct.
He cannot be prosecuted because mentally he doesn't have his wits about him.
Okay, so that is correct. It says
he doesn't even remember when his damn son died.
No, and he doesn't remember where he got the rosary that he was carrying for his son being dead. Chels, you threw up. Just tell us, honey. Just tell us.
She's gonna head over to Podbean.
Oh, okay. You can. All right. Thank you for that, because it'll screw up all of our stuff. And all right. So Chels, you come to Podbean. But anyway, all right. You're correct. He's a doddering old fool. He wouldn't be held responsible because he doesn't have the mental capacity to remember such things. They wouldn't be able to get a favorable jury. The other side of the coin is that Joseph Robinette Bumbling Biden is the president of the United States, and he cannot be prosecuted. That's just de facto standard. He can be impeached. He can be convicted by the Senate. And actually, they could take this report in the House of Representatives if they wanted to, and they could create articles of impeachment against him.
What about the 25th Amendment? Do we have any text on that?
No, but I can bring up the 25th Amendment. That's not a big deal.
Because there's some out there saying either one of two things: impeach him and convict him of this crime, or use the 25th Amendment and have him removed from office.
That's right. Bingo. This is the play so they can get the Gavin Obama ticket against Trump.
Yep. Okay.
You're right.
And I'm okay with that. That's fine. Bring on fucking Governor Newscomb.
But hold on. Let's consider that for just a second. All right. So the 25th Amendment to the Constitution says that in case of the removal of the president from office or of his death or resignation, the vice president shall become president. Whenever there's a vacancy in the office of vice president, blah, blah, blah. So this gives us the order of progression of who takes office when somebody isn't able to. But the Biden, just because he can't remember something, isn't necessarily grounds for bringing the 25th Amendment to the table.
then why is he so opposed to taking a cognitive test? He's going to be going to the doctor here relatively soon.
Right.
And they are intentionally not going to give him a cognitive test.
They're not going to, because they would have to diagnose him as having either early onset dementia or Alzheimer's or mid-stage.
He's got one of them because he doesn't know the difference between fucking Juan and Ahmed.
Well, that's and yeah, the Sisi, president of Mexico, opening up the border of Gaza to let the aid go in. That was exciting.
Come on.
Yep. All right. So here's the thing. He's got 1 year left. He's got less than 320 something days in office. If they do this now, the Democrats would probably have a good strategy to do that. The problem is you're going to put Kamala Harris on the front of the ticket at the moment. So you're going to lose more of your base if you put Kamala Harris on the front. She was only put in that place because of the color of her skin and the dicks that she sucked. That is the only
Right about that.
that is the only reason. And Kamala, she says she's ready. Jake says she's ready.
I think she's ready to be on her knees again.
And you know, that may give a whole new never mind, because the Oval Office doesn't need to see that kind of behavior. But hang on.
So you're saying to me,
yes,
we can't do that. Let's just ignore this whole thing. Let's move forward, and we'll come up with something else to startle things up.
Well, so we don't pass any of the bills that the Senate's running through. We don't allow the $95 billion or $110 billion to head across the pond to the Ukraine to keep lining the pockets of the oligarchs in Ukraine, because that's all it's doing.
Well, and in that bill, you know that there's language in there stating that if and when President Trump gets into office, if he stops it, there's an impeachable offense.
Yep. That will be a high crime and misdemeanor for President Trump. And it's put in there just for him. So the Democrats seem to believe that Trump may be back in office. I seem to believe he will.
They're trying to trap him, is what they're trying to do.
They are. They are trying to trap him.
And then for anybody who's interested in the line of succession to the presidency, like you said, Kamala would be first because she's vice president. Mike Johnson would be second because he's the House Speaker, and Patty Murray would be third because she is the Senate President pro tem.
Right. And then you go to the Secretary of State, the Secretary of Department of Homeland, who just got impeached. Thank goodness, Mayorkas. Get that.
You know what I'm glad about that? I know it's not going to lead to anything because the Senate's not going to do anything with the impeachment.
Yep.
But what the powerful thing that just happened is the House can uncover a lot of information for the American people to know about Mayorkas. And the Court of Public Opinion's more powerful than the Senate. And so, you know, I see it as a win, even though he may never get convicted of his crimes. I see it as a win that the American people are going to be eyes wide open with what they discover in the impeachment hearings.
I'm right there with you.
Because you would need 67 votes in the Senate to be removed from office, and
we know
votes
that's
are just
not
not
going to
there.
happen.
Nope.
Yeah.
The votes just aren't there.
But the hearing is so important, just like what we've been seeing, that all these hearings that the House is doing, they are giving the people the knowledge that they need to know about how deep the corruption is in D.C. So even if nobody officially gets terminated from an impeachment, the knowledge is out there for the public. And that's the most important thing right now.
Could he just be the fall guy, though?
I've been replaced with an ad. What the hell?
You have been. Google. I am definitely not happy with Google. Anyway, Google Meet, but that's a whole different story. Sadly, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to have to wrap this up. before we all get kicked out of here. It's not a Podbean issue. It's an issue on Google Meet side. But I had so much more that I wanted to talk about today.
Well, yeah, didn't you hear
I'd
that
like to acknowledge a
we're waiting
comment
to
from
see if
Jake Biles.
President Biden is going to declassify some imminent things that might be of imminent danger to us?
I can hear you, Shells.
Yes,
breaking news, breaking leaks. There's a leak in Biden's panties.
Well, it depends. Is not holding all the water as it should be. But Mike Turner, now this guy is kind of he's a rhino. I'm sorry. He's a rhino. He sits on the Intel Committee in the House of Representatives. He's alarmed because there are serious national security threats related to Russia. And they found that out after Speaker Johnson kills the Senate bill with Ukraine aid. Now, I don't. You know where this man is right now?
Where is he?
He's in Kiev, partying with Voldemort Zelensky.
Of course he is. So here's the whole deal. Before any of this comes out of the media or anything else,
yes,
they're saying there's grave danger to the United States. This this news that they've got intelligence on.
Yes,
but all this is basically fear tactics because we won't pass fucking aid for Ukraine.
Is it also fear tactics because we're about to understand and discover how corrupt the CIA is and what levels they will go to put somebody in power that is friendly towards the intelligence communities?
But my question to you, Scooters, what do we do about it? We expose it, but nothing happens.
Oh no, we the mainstream media.
People need to be hung.
The mainstream media has been able to fly cover for these folks for a long time, but that is beginning to crumble. It's going to take some time.
It is. Yes, you're right. It's beginning to crumble. When the fact that they were sending money like every other day to Ukraine, and now there's a halt to the money. Yep. I mean, that's because of all of us, the court of public opinion, putting pressure on the people in D.C. Our eyes are waking up. Oh, no, you're not going to steal my money to line the pockets of the oligarchs and yourself. No. And so it's shining a light on the corruption of that money. And so now the money's not just free flowing to Ukraine like it was. I mean,
so what happens, what happens, Amber, when the Democrats take control of the House again?
I don't know. I'm not sure. We're going to run dinos. That's what we're going to do. We're going to run dinos.
I like that strategy. I think a lot of people are coming to the awareness that the Democrats aren't everything they pretend to be.
That's exactly right.
I think they're losing a lot of their base. Black Americans are starting to turn away from the Democrats, realizing that the Democrats are just using them. They're using.
We got millions of illegal aliens that are going to vote for them.
Yes, but where are they going to be voting, and how are they going to tip the scale? Because the problem they're running into right now, all the illegal aliens that can vote are going to be voting in New York. Do you think New York is ever going to change from being a Democrat-run state?
No.
If they start running dinos.
Do you think that Illinois is ever going to turn red?
If they start running dinos.
I love him. Dinos.
What needs to happen is the American citizens all across the country, and this is way out there, but it'll never happen. But we just need to round them all up.
Yeah. We need to deport them. And if Trump gets back into the presidential office in the executive branch, there's going to be a little bit of a struggle, but we are going to be deporting illegal aliens who don't come into the country the right way.
I'm not going to say when President Trump gets back into office, he needs to create a new department. Department of Deportation. And we need to hire people to start rounding these fuckers up and sending them back. And I'll be the first to volunteer.
Okay, I think Trump, when he gets into office, I like that the Office of Deportation.
I like Little Debbie. He's making me laugh.
That's dude
Little
Sean.
Debbie. I like Little Debbie snacks.
I know it is. I know it is.
But right now we have an Office of Refugee Relocation. I didn't know that's who spent $20 billion in the last 2 years.
And that's fine. We'll relocate them.
That's correct. South of the border.
Right.
Relocate. Office of Refugee Relocation. Look, you came from Guatemala. We're going to send you to Colombia. Check that out for a while. See if that works out better for you. You're from Venezuela. Well, guess what? You're going to get to try out Chile. Chile is a wonderful place. Go down there, wrangle some cows, become a gaucho. You will have a wonderful time. Office of Refugee Relocation. That is correct.
Here you go.
All we needed was a little theme song, a game show theme song behind your voice as you said that. And here you won a trip back to Venezuela.
That's right. You come from Argentina?
It was that game show.
I've actually got game show music. I have to try that in the future.
Well,
We'll
all
have to
these
do that.
fantastic prizes can be yours if the price is right. Right?
That's exactly right.
That's right.
Oh,
Thank you,
Mike Tampa Bay, thank you so very much. And I'm glad to see you in here, Tampa Bay, Mike, or it's Baltimore, Mike. You need to get the hell out of that city, brother. You just run south. Just leave. Just don't even worry. Just go. Get it out of there. Anyway. So with that, we've got a lot to cover next Wednesday. And
I think another story that you guys need to cover is like George Santos's like congressional district where he was expelled, and Democrats wound up taking a win there.
Yes, we could talk about that. I like that.
I thought he was a Republican by name, wasn't?
No,
wasn't George?
George Santos was a Republican, but he got expelled for reasons that were just absolutely absurd.
And they took his seat and gave it to a Democrat.
Mm-hmm.
They had a special election in New York yesterday,
week, though, at length.
And there was a Republican running against a Democrat. They had the big snowstorm. Turnout was low, and the Democrat won the seat.
And the primary reason that is, Scooters, because conservatives don't do mail-in ballots. Nope. They don't harvest the ballots. We need to start ballot harvesting.
We do, and that's another reason why I love Scott Presler.
Part of the strategy in states where you can ballot harvest, you need to ballot harvest.
Exactly, you need to play by their rules.
And even our friend Ray from the Free Think Institute, says that California would be more competitive if more rural voters would vote.
All right. But here's what we're going to do. Because we love you with all of our hearts.
We're running out of time, is what you're saying.
Exactly. James and I, and especially because it's not only because it's Valentine's Day, because we love you each and every day beyond that. You're going to make me tear up. Stop that, James. James is lifting up the Valentine's Day card, and I'm pretty sure it's for Big Sexy. It's not for Scooter. I'm just pretty positive about that thing. But here's the deal. James and I are going to get together, and we're going to go in depth on a few of these subjects, and we're going to release just a regular podcast and a regular video that goes along with it. And then come next Wednesday, we're going to get together, and hopefully you guys will have listened to it, and we're going to discuss these important issues.
Wow.
There you go. I can't wait.
So it's going to be fun, and do not hesitate at all to ever send us any information that you would like to. You can reach us at the Beans and Weenie Show at yahoo.com or slightly serious@gmail.com. We would love to hear your feedback, your interaction, any stories that you would like us to cover, or anybody that wants to come on the show. Reach out to us, and I promise, unlike what I did to Shells tonight, I'm so sorry, Shells. I didn't.
It's okay, Shells. I didn't get any show notes.
I was too busy celebrating my Chiefs win.
Oh my God! Here we go.
And the taste of my delicious jerk-away beef chips. That's sesame ginger. Be sure to go out to jerkawayyusa.com. Order your jerk-away chips.
Yeah, and just don't order the sesame ginger because all of that shit's going to Scooter.
That is correct.
Well, and I was a winner of a trivia thing last week, was I?
What?
Because I guess Canada and Mexico, like the borders with the United States.
Oh, yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
The two border states that are
Yeah, non-contiguous. What does non-contiguous means? Well, that's every other country except for Canada and Mexico. And the funny thing is, now we have Mexican illegals coming in through the northern border. Figure out how that works. I don't know. All right, ladies and gentlemen, slightly, come on, baby, give me some good words here.
Well, Scooter, gosh, congratulations on your win. I'm very proud of you for picking the Super Bowl winner.
Oh, I knew it.
I'm telling you, next time you know something, you need to tell me to go out to the sports book and place a bet.
You won't listen to me. Come on now.
I don't listen to anybody because I'm always right.
There you go. Amber, any closing thoughts on this beautiful Wednesday, Valentine's Day, my love?
I just want to say happy Valentine's Day to all of you guys. Thanks for letting me be on your show. And I think you guys are the greatest. Thank you, Podfather, for the introduction.
Absolutely.
Podfather is the man. But before we go to Podfather, Shells, unmute that mic. We want to hear the kids in the background. Tell us what's going on.
She's about ready to go down to Santa Fe Station and play some slot machines, I think. Oh.
Good for her.
Hey, go to Dottie's. Go to Dottie's over.
Oh my! Which one?
Is there more than one? Because there was only one. Anyway.
Oh my God! There's fucking tons of them.
That's
She's
where
a little whore in this town.
Not as many in Pahrump as there is in Vegas, though.
Are you in Pahrump?
Oh, Shells lives in Nevada, like slightly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I think she lives in Pahrump.
Or I wonder what the casino landscape is like in Laughlin or Reno, for that matter.
Oh, Laughlin's gone downhill.
I don't know what a casino is.
We should come out and find out there, Scooter.
I'm sure you don't. You live in Tulsa. You can throw a rock in at a casino.
That's true. I could sneeze on a casino because it's just right there.
If we throw the rock, though, we got to watch out for the cows.
No, cows move. They're smarter than AOC. They move. All right. Shells, we need to, Next Saturday night, Beans and Weenie show is doomed. Shells is going to be on there, special guest. We're going to make her do tricks. It's going to be exciting, and we can't hear her, so she can't refute anything that I'm telling you. There may be clothing optional moments on the show, but be sure and join us 8:30 p.m. Central Standard Time.
No, wait a minute. The clothing optional is the after show. So make sure you sign up to be part of the community.
That is correct. The after show.
You're dating AOC, Sean. Come on, man.
He wants to date AOC.
Come on, man.
All right. We got to close this down. So, Podfather, what's your wise words?
Well, I'm going to echo my favorite all-time Atlanta radio personality, Jordan Gray. Such a very soothing voice to hear. She would always say, "Know you're loved."
Perfect. And ladies and gentlemen, for me, from the bottom of my heart on VDSTD Day, and especially to you, Slightly, thank you so very much for coming on here with me. Amber, I loved it. Shells, I love you. Podfather, love you. RPV didn't stick around, whatever. He didn't get a word in edgewise because he's a 49ers fan. And of course,
hey.
Slightly. And Jake, your input is awesome. You need to get your butt up on the panel in the future.
And thanks for the claps there, Tampa Bay Mike.
Yeah, Tampa, Baltimore Mike. And because Jake has a lot of opinions too. He's got sexy opinions like you, James.
Oh, I like that. We'll have to listen to some of them.
Exactly.
Jake is good people, definitely.
Definitely. Well, with that, ladies and gentlemen, it's been a wonderful time. We will see you next Wednesday night. Don't forget the Beans and Weenie show, Saturday night, 8:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. You guys take care. Be safe. Enjoy. Have fun. Goodbye.
Later.